What's up, people? Welcome to another stream. So we're gonna get into some stuff. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last. Okay, well, that actually didn't sound right. But we're gonna get into this, okay? I don't have all day like some people. I actually got a job, and today's my day of rest. It's a day to praise, you know who, God, etc., etc., etc. And I just got a few things that we're gonna have to get situated before we get into the thick of things in other streams, because this isn't gonna be my first and only stream. There's gonna be a few. So welcome, Eggy Toast. You're hearing dreadful rumors of me creeping on iconoclastic religious deities such as Buddha. Was I creeping? I don't think so. And possibly Shiva. No, I've never crept on Shiva ever. And you're worried sick. Are you really Jack Sprat? I don't know who the hell's Jack Sprat. Don't you mean Jack Splint? Anyways, we're gonna talk about that. What's up, Tip Top? We got Satan, aka Carter, Alex Glitter. What's going on? Kimbalina, what's going on? Cypher, hello, hello, Beaker, sir. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's just address everything, because I think we're gonna have a lot of we're gonna have a very serious conversation here. You've warmed up to Hekate even though she has you blocked. I hope this is another Jessica and Miners debacle from the big book of bullshit. Why do you think the whole Jessica Messica thing is a big book of bullshit? What do you think is going to happen? Did you expect that a person who was or still is a minor is supposed to go up on YouTube and get dragged by adult women saying that they're liars? How would think about this for a second? How would you feel if you were like 16, 17, and 18, you come online, you talk about something that is one of the worst experiences of your life when you look back at it? You might have a traumatic event from it, and then you have grown ass women calling you a liar, calling you names and whatnot. That is not a very good look. Not for that minor to have that sort of trauma, not for me putting that on my channel, and not for, you know, building a very strong case, because I think that type of stuff needs to be left offline. We gotta pause here for a second and think, what is the best route? The worst thing for me to ever do, and this is why I don't do it, is put minors up on my channel and have them get thrashed by trolls coming in and saying all sorts of stuff to them and about them. That is like adding on to somebody's already traumatic event. That's just not something I'm gonna do. Okay, so wherever that has led to or is leading to, whether or not that person did contact the authorities when they were told to, truly is up to them, as well as their parent slash guardian. I can't force somebody to do something. I can only maybe suggest. But once again, they're a minor and or was a minor at that time, and I can't just force somebody to do certain things. And I won't do that. And I won't, have people, get placed into traumatic situations that I know what's most likely is going to happen, especially with the Jessica Messica trolls and whatnot. And added with that is the fact that statistically, a lot of these crimes don't go reported because they're extremely underreported. So the statistics was against this whole entire situation from the start, because most people may say something to their best friend, their buddy, maybe their mom, maybe their dad, maybe their brother, maybe their sister, maybe their cousin, maybe their aunt, maybe their uncle, maybe their grandfather or grandmother, but typically statistically never goes beyond that. So I gotta say is that we're gonna have to take this from a logical point of view, and that I can't just have minors on here talking about traumatic things that they went through, because that is a big, huge no-go for me. All right, let's move on from this. So as you see in the picture, we got some stuff happening with Hekate's daughter, aka Azria the Amazon, and whatnot. I looked into this whole PLX Toronto situation, and it is bad, man. It is really bad. So if you've been looking at Twitter at Azria, the Amazon, and whatnot, talking about the whole PLX situation, she said that she was trafficked. Well, I'd like her in the chat. Is she here? Because if she is here, I'd like to ask a few questions and whatnot in regards to this whole research I've been doing, which includes SERB, MERB, TURB, and PERB. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain that later. But other than that, we're gonna get started. So where should I even start? Okay. I guess I'll start at the irony of things. Okay, let me put this up here. I'm trying to okay, yeah, let me put this up here because the irony of it all, people. I'm telling you, man. Extremely ironic that this gets said. Okay, give me a second here. All right, so she says that yep, she was the person who sued for 100K and she says she won. I don't know about that. It doesn't give a most recent order date or next event date, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's still open or it has closed. And then the next one that seems to still be open is another one from 2018 from Azria, the Amazon, for 750K. You guys remember this? All right, let me try and put it up here. I'm gonna try and put this up on the screen because I did put this up. Yeah. Yeah, let me put this up for reference because I thought this is highly ironic yet incredibly stupid to say certain things and then you're literally giving yourself away. All right, so let me put this up here. Okay, here we go. I got it, folks. I got it. So, Azria the Amazon decided to threaten little old Monty over here, saying this, and I'm like, you do know you just literally gave yourself away, right? You say you only did one of those lawsuits, and the rest of the rest of them isn't you; it's somebody else. And I've retorted quite confidently that it is you because the whole hyphenation of the name kind of gives a lot of shit away. So Hekate's daughter at 12:52 p.m. So it's 1:12 p.m. right now. So this was 20 minutes ago. It's so funny that at SFTI Monty will have a live stream calling me a vexatious litigator. He showed my $100,000 lawsuit that I won, but also thinks I won't sue him. I know you would. You're a vexatious litigator. Does that make any sense? Y'all dumb as fuck. What's really dumb as fuck is you literally said that the rest of the litigations isn't you, but yet literally in your post from just over 20 minutes ago, you're literally telling people that you have another fucking lawsuit. We know you do. That's because you are the fucking person I'm saying that you are that has another fucking lawsuit, dumbass. So she continues, giving herself away. I have a lawsuit on the go right now. Yes, I know you do, stupid. So stop fucking lying. When I said that you have another lawsuit on the go, I know you do. The 750K one, you idiot. Because all you do is go around scamming people, dumbass. And I have no problem adding him and not Franchi to my Suin roster. I know you have a fucking Suin roster. Holy fucking shit. Why would you say you only did one lawsuit? You're the person who did the 100K lawsuit, and now you're telling people you have a Suin roster. I know you do. You were fucking suing co-ops from years ago. You not only sued one co-op, you sued two fucking co-ops. Then you started suing other people. Then you started suing these big companies that do real estate. You are literally giving yourself away right now. You're literally telling on yourself. You're literally telling people that what Monty has presented is actual fact. Stupid. She continues, this hooker will sue. You're both so talentless you can't even drag me on shit I actually do. You have to lie into fame to hide your shit. It's pathetic. Both of you in Canada, this is a gift from my God is Jesus Christ. And she says Monty stupid. Stupid. Yeah, right. She looking to threaten me. I literally say that she's a vexatious litigator and she has sued other people and your companies, corporate entities. She says that she doesn't do that, and then she gives herself away and says that she's gonna sue me and that she has other cases on the go right now, and she's gonna add me to her soon roster. What a fucking idiot! And she thinks she's fucking smart. Stupid. Anyways, let's just continue with this shit. All right. So what happened with the Yo Mama? I heard that Yo Mama had some words for Hekate's daughter based on the whole situation when it comes to Buddha bitch and whatnot. Can somebody debrief me on that? Have you all stopped watching Foodie? Jesus, like I don't know, Tip Top. Like this whole girl world is, I wouldn't even say evolving. The most appropriate word for this would be devolving, right? Devolving, not evolving, but this is a de-evolution, okay? All right, so I heard that Buddha, aka Moby Dick. Should I speak on that again? Jesus. People, use your minds, use your brains. If there's somebody saying that they're transcribing what somebody is saying or typing to them and then saying it's coming from Buddha, that person is Buddha. She's just being a fucking cluster B piece of shit and acting as if she is this random person that just comes into girl world and just happens to be speaking to Buddha and is transcribing everything Buddha is saying or typing. Like, does that make any fucking sense to you? Like, please use your brains, use your minds. It's Buddha, okay? That was her. All right. Let me put something else up on the screen here because I thought this kind of made me chuckle. Give me a second. All right. This right here. Do I even think this is for real? So we got Purple Glitter is messaging me again. Buddha at Buddha dash P for P. Okay. This made me really laugh. I'm like, this has to be fake. Who put this on here? This isn't Buddha, is it? Because what would you call it at Buddha dash pay for play? You fucking giving yourself away. This can't be fucking real right now. People, if you know what pay for play is, that means you pay for the sexy time. What would you name yourself? Buddha dash pay for play. Okay, does anybody else think this is fucking hilarious or what? Come on, I'm not the only one. All right. Wait. Stop. Okay, let me go back here. It's kind of obvious. Why would you name yourself that? It's so stupid. That has to be fake. Like, who's doing that? Okay, wait. Okay, hold up. Monty's reading his way into a defamation lawsuit and criminal code charge. Is this woman a fucking idiot? So you make streams for hours and hours and hours defaming people and going against the criminal code, but when somebody replies to you, you say that they are defaming and going against the criminal code. What a fucking idiot. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. So there was something posted by me what was it, like yesterday or was it like the day before, something like that. I can't remember. I've been busy. But here we go. Let me put this up on the screen here because I think this is extremely important. So somebody made a comment, and I've been looking into this for quite a while, but somebody made this comment about Azria, the Amazon. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this. and we're gonna bring it up on the stream to this little piece of shit. It seems that her involvement. Oh, we still got to talk about PLX Toronto. It seems her involvement with PLX she doesn't want out there, and she also doesn't want this type of shit out there as well. Well, tough shit. Okay. You're new to this channel. I watch your other channels. Some of these people I've never heard of. Maybe that. Yeah, maybe it is a good thing. Anyways, let's take a look at this shit right here. Because it seems somebody is all right. So here we go. Azria the Amazon's I guess review. So one from September 2021. General description: a sexy, exotic lady who looks very hot in latex and who knows how to fulfill all dirty fantasies. The juicy details. When I saw the pictures of Azria, I knew I wanted to fuck her. I called and said when I was free. We agreed on a date and time. We also agreed that she'll wear latex, the same as the one pictured on her profile. She said she could, but she could only wear it when she came to me. I said no problem. When she came, I didn't immediately make her change her clothes, but I wanted to get to know each other before sex because it would make me more comfortable. Ooh la la. Okay. She doesn't wash it? Oh boy. All right, so we have another one. So that was Fantasy Dicky. I kind of like that name, Fantasy Dicky. Kind of play. Is he playing on his private parts there? Like, is it a fantasy? Plus, I also love how he misspelt it, kind of personalizing his name. All right, so we got Jose. Jose in Toronto says, general description. She was great. I met her after a group of friends dared me because my 18th birthday was coming up. Wow. Okay. The juicy details. She was very accommodating and offered me the GFE. Ooh. That means girlfriend experience, by the way, people. Latex, who says that? Everybody says that, Eggy. You're just being weird. I was really shy considering it was my first time and still in high school. But she knew what she was doing and she made me feel like I never felt before. She complimented me on my size and girth. I would definitely see Azria the Amazon again. Why do you think Satan was right? Stop being weird, okay? Stop being weird, okay? All right, and okay. I'm gonna look more into this, people. This is not like the first stream we're doing. I'm gonna look more into this. But what else I want to get into is this sort of stuff, the whole PLE situation. So I guess I gotta show that on Turb that there is something about PLE and Azria. I gotta link Azria to PLE first for clarity before I talk about PLE. That is what I gotta do, and that is what I will do right now. So we're gonna connect the dots here. All right. So here's what. Oh, better not go that low. Shit. Let me see what's up on top. Okay, not too bad on top. All right. So here we go. Let me share my screen. Let's go. We got this. So here is some ads here from PLX Toronto. And if you search on Turb, which is terb.cc, because it is it's like a chat board, like a forum, really. Yeah, it's more like a forum rather than a chat board because you can kind of use those interchangeably, but they're really not the same thing. It's a forum. Yeah, if you Google Azria, I shouldn't say Google. If you go on Turb And then if you're on the domain or subdomain that they have, you can query Azria the Amazon, and these will come up. If you do it outside, they won't necessarily come up. It really depends on your search factors and whatnot. And if you know how to search with, um, add or minus with quotation marks or brackets, then you know what the fuck you're doing. But other people don't do that shit, so I gotta explain this. So we got all these ads, right? And then we got some stuff where people are asking about Azria up here on like the forum and whatnot. But what I'm trying to do is link Azria here to PLX, because PLX used to do some really, still do, they're still around, do some really fucked up shit. So um I guess she's not gonna be in my chat to answer some of these questions that I have for her. She decided to stream snipe me. Why you getting scared of this shit? Oh shit! I almost went to the bottom, John. I got John Rambo here beside me. John's on looking, but here we go. So this links Azria to PLX. If it didn't, she already said that she was linked to PLX. If you were on Twitter, all right. So let's get into some of this PLX stuff. So PLX Toronto isn't that great of a service. So if you've ever been in or adjacent to the world of escorting, which is really just token, let's just be real. There's a lot of darkness to it. A whole lot of darkness, such as what Johns will do, what these agencies will do, where people can be pimped out, all sorts of crazy stuff. And a lot of scams will run, especially in Canada because of how the law is. What is PLX? It's a escort booking service. It's a hooker booking service. Let's just be real. That's what it is. So what some crew of people will do is they'll correlate all the phone calls to just one number, and from that one number they will you choose whichever girl you want to see, and they'll try and see if that girl's available at that time you want to see them. And it could either be in calls or out calls. It seems that at this point in time, from what I've seen, Azria was doing in calls. And then what they'll do, they'll set the price or the roses, whatever lingo you want to use, and then they'll go there and whatever. Now, there's many things I wanted to ask Azria about this thing, because she says she was trafficked. Now, I do take this very seriously, and if she says she's was trafficked, I really have a few questions I really wanted to ask her. So maybe I'll have to do another stream and ask you these questions, but because there's a lot of things that are outliers here. But let me show on the screen certain things that was happening with this group PLX, because whenever I would query different places, it would bring me back to like a lot of this scam stuff that was going on. Oh, before I do that, I need to explain how the laws differentiate between Canada and the US, or should I say specifically, there's certain areas in certain places in the States where hooking is legal, like bunny ranch sort of stuff. But for the most part, it's not legal in the States, right? Here in Canada, it's effectively illegal. I say this because on the soliciting side, it's legal, but on the procuring side, it's not. As in, if you put up an ad, or if you say, "Hey, I'm gonna, sell my ass for this much," you can actually do that. In fact, the government has put out ads where they want people who do this type of work to do their taxes. I know, sounds kind of messed up, but they actually did that. So what happens is that you can post ads or go looking for Johns to pay you to do stuff, but on the John side, you will get arrested, because on that side it's illegal. So effectively, generally, it's illegal. So shaming sex workers, no, that's what Azria's friend. Yeah, that's the right, Alex. I've seen those tweets making fun. But just, it's so, you know what? It's so hypocritical this whole community where you literally befriend somebody who literally hooks, but yet you're being disparaging against other people, making fun of them about certain situations from their past. It's completely not cool and just incredibly stupid to me. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into this. The r/scams. I got a threat sent to me this morning after using an escort service, Leo List. Is this a scam or real? Has anyone else received a threat like this? Please let me know. So it says, listen carefully to what I am going to tell you. I am a man of a few words. You wasted a lot of my girls' time on adult web pages. We're a criminal organization. My girls have made a report on you. We have launched an investigation into you. We've located you and your family. It will be better if we come to an agreement before things get worse. The agreement is to pay a fine of $2,500. If you don't pay the fine, this is what will happen to you and everyone in your family. This is the text I received this morning. And NGL, which means not gonna lie, I'm pretty shook. So then you get some explanations about it being a scam and they're trying to extort you. But that's the thing, though. A lot of guys would get scared, especially if, I mean, if you're looking for companionship and you're not socially aware, which a lot of these guys aren't, because it's almost always guys that do this stuff, then you're gonna be spooked, really spooked. But and this is why a lot of people in this stuff is like, yeah, it's a scam. They're just trying to scam people. But the thing about scams is the scam persists because it's paid off in the past, right? Like nobody's gonna do a scam where the scam doesn't work. Like that don't make no fucking sense. Of course they're going to do it because it has worked before and it continues to work. They only stop when it stops working. So this is one of the scams that leads back to PLX, okay? I'm going to put up another one because there's a few of them. So that was the whole criminal organization one, getting scared, blah, 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 blah. And then a lot of people were linking that scam to like Rudy Gonzalez and Tony. Actually, let me put that up first before I get any deeper. Yeah, let me get on track. Let's just put this up here. So this is in our legal. And once again, all this like PLX stuff leads back to this. Escort scam from Rudy Gonzalez and Tony. I haven't even ordered or did anything with any escorts. I blocked this number, but they've been calling me from two caller IDs, 917, 917, blah, 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 blah. Threatened to the K word, my whole family, even named members, and even mentioned my home address. Is this a scam? Like what? Well, yeah, they're probably Googled your phone number, looked you up in some sort of like record service, and then they're trying to legitimize their scam. Once again, this leads back to PLX. Okay, and I'm gonna tie this in with the whole Azria thing in a second. Like I said, I gotta set this up, cross my T's, dot my I's, and whatnot. So this is the number. I guess 917 is a New York number and whatnot. All right, and of course, people are saying this is a scam. The exact same thing happened to me. The text, the phone calls, the pictures of red rum victims, all of it. I am a middle-aged woman and never had anything remotely to do with any escorts. Check out your local police's website. They may have a link to report this kind of thing, or else email the detective department. Okay, I mean, sure. Never use your real number. Damn right, you should never use a real number. Like, use one of those, like, services where you can get a number for either pay for it as free or you gotta watch some ads or something, and that's just what you got to do. All right, so I should go to this one. Yeah, I should go to this one. Okay, let me go back to the Tony Gonzalez one, and then after that one I'm gonna go to this other one. Then I'll put up the report of I guess Canadian Police Services kind of telling people what's up and what's up with whatever. I think that might be best. Okay, so got a death threat from an escort service that I never even knew existed till now. Can we confirm if this is real? I'm kind of worried because I've never gotten a D threat. Plus, this was so random. He even knew my full name, but that was it. The area code for it is in New York. Someone please let me know if it's a scam or for real. I also got 2 phone calls from them, but I've never in my life hired escorts or anything. Okay, sure, buddy. That's all. They got your number. Referred them to FBI cybercrime and blocked the number, and I didn't answer to any messages or calls. You know what? I really wish people would stop bullshitting, because it can happen that they just run. Maybe you got like a burner number, and you know they're still messaging the number. But if you're getting this sort of stuff, it's most likely because you didn't message the service. Like, people need to stop fucking lying about this shit. If you did it, you did it. Just learn a life lesson not to fuck around, or you're gonna find out, and that's it. All right. So people are saying it's a common scam. Blah 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 blah. Hey, Vouchin, how you doing? What's up? All right. So we got that one. And then we got this one. So let me read this one, because this one is also similar to the other scams and whatnot, but this is kind of different. This is a new twist. So let me read this one. So, message escort now being threatened. So I've heard a few things that this was happening, especially with the PLX and Azria, the Amazon situation. So it goes, hello, Reddit, posting from anonymous account for obvious reasons. Last night I was visiting a wedding for a friend. However, after a few beers and after the wedding, went back to my hotel and was a bit horny. And I've been feeling down due to loneliness lately. I stupidly found an escort online. I messaged the number, but because they were charging a lot, I decided not to go ahead with this for an out call. I did not commit to anything at the time and only asked for prices and maybe coming out last night. I today have received a message from the same number saying they are Why do they always go with the Albanians? Seriously. Like, what is up with the movies? It's always like the Albanian guys don't fuck with they're from Albania. Like, like Taken. Anyways, let me read this over, okay? I today have received a message from the same number saying they are Albanian. They know where I live and will keyword me and my family if I don't send them £500. And they explicitly state not to involve the police or block them. I have blocked the number. Not replied, but they are in the body of the text state they know where I live. I've got a VPN installed now and on my phone have stopped location sharing, but doubt they could use this. Bro, you get the VPN and you activate it before anything, not after, because that's the whole point of this privacy network. Come on. I've also Googled my number and it does not show up. Is there a chance the above is legit and I call the police, or is it just an attempt to extort me of money? Thank you. Please don't judge me, as this is really shaking me up and I will never do anything stupid like this again. Okay. Well, yeah, it was stupid, but another learning lesson. I mean, people do all sorts of dumb shit. Just learn from it. Don't be dumb. Well, that type of shit has been going on. It seems PLX has been part of this shit and has used that stuff, especially when they have all these ladies that they have on the roster. And then if it's a night where they haven't made enough money, start saying shit like that. Start messaging some numbers, but like, listen, we know who you are. We know this. We're gonna do this to you. We're gonna do that to you. Because another part of this whole situation is the picture scam, where they'll ask you for a picture of your Johnson, and if you freaking dare send that shit in, you are so fucked. Especially if you're actually using your real number, they'll Google you. They'll try and see who you are on Facebook. And then they will say, hey, we got a member of your Johnson. We're going to send it to your mom. We're going to send that shit to your dad. Oh shit, you have a girlfriend. Well, fuck you. We're going to send it to her. You got a fiance. We're going to send it to your wife. We're going to do this shit. We're going to do every fucking thing possible unless you send us some goddamn money. And that happens a lot. All right, so here we go. Why do we care about this? Because I'm explaining what PLX and Azria has been doing. The scam doesn't end at suing co-ops and entities that have incorporated. It doesn't end there. It continues. It continues into this type of shit. Like, one thing I don't understand is people, how they don't really use logic. I'm like, seriously, would you consider a person who's hooking as a very trustworthy person? Now, I hate to disparage people that do sex work and whatnot, but that industry is very dark. And in a dark industry, no matter how good or welcoming, nice person you are, if you're there for a very long time, it can and will change you, because you get shit from both ends. You get it from the Johns, you'll get it from the pimps, you'll get it from the escorting services, you'll get it from all types of fucking people that do all types of shit to you, try and scam you and whatnot. And then even if you are a good person, the longer you stay in the pit, the mud pit, the muddier you are gonna get, and then you come out where you're not the same person that you were a couple months ago. All right, so here we go. So this is from Ottawa Police. Police warn of extortion scam targeting people using escort services and dating sites. Yes, types of shit that Azria was doing. So this was from October 19, 2022. The Ottawa Police Services warned the public of an active scam targeting people contacting escort services and dating sites. In the last month, the number of reports to police involving extortion or threats has doubled. Here's how it works. A person contacts an escort service or dating website. During the course of communicating, the victim is asked for a masturbation video. Once received, the suspect threatens to expose the video to the victim's friends or relatives unless Bitcoin or cash is paid. If they don't pay, the victims receive threatening phone calls or videos stating the victim and family will be K-word if payment isn't made. Beware, the person you think you're conversing with may or not be who they say they are, says Sergeant Robert Mills, case manager for the Central Investigation Section. Quotations, and all the while they're gathering personal information about you. Of course, there would be. That's how the scam works. Sergeant Mills says this is an international scam. The chance of finding suspects is low. That's why we are warning people so we can prevent this from happening in the first place. Exactly. And this type of shit is happening a lot in Canada because on that end, like I said, on the end where you are offering a service, it's legal. So there's a lot of leeway for these scammers to extort a lot of people. And if you don't think this was happening, well, now you know it is happening. It's happening to a lot of people. And a lot of these services, a lot of these people like Azria are doing this type of shit. So once again, if you think the scam ends at targeting co-ops and trying to sue them for six figures, targeting developers and trying to sue them for six figures, there's scam interlaced with scam, interlaced with scam. Okay. And this is literally what is happening. So what I'm going to do is my next stream, I'm going to tie this into this whole PLX situation and whatnot, because I think I should. And if you are just coming in here, I mean, I'm going to go back to this. Yeah, let me go back to this and then we're going to pick up on this whole situation. So earlier in the stream, as I started out, I stated how Azria isn't so smart and literally gave herself away. So you can actually look this up. I'm going to give the link to look up these records. But here's some records here. This started back with Upwood Park. So Upwood Park is a co-op, right? And it seems that we got Azria the Amazon, aka Hekate's daughter, was unrepresented at the time. I was trying to get some monies out of this co-op. Then we went to Glen Gardens Housing Co-op. Interestingly enough, one of these co-ops was the same place that Azria the Amazon got her ticket. Interesting enough, but of course it's not her. Then we've gone to Hamilton versus Nguyen et al. Of course, for $250,000. Case dismissed on consent. Then we go to Hamilton versus Caleb Page 1 Developments Inc. Believe this could still be ongoing. This is for $750K. If you Google like Hubert Lung, and O'Neill Banerjee, you kind of get an idea of what kind of specialty they're in, what these two lawyers specialize in, and you kind of get an idea of what the hell Azria, the Amazon, is trying to do. Okay. Then we got this one for $100K. And Azria says this one is her, but the other ones aren't her because she just won this $100K lawsuit. Now, do I believe her? Fuck no. Piece of shit still owes me $13.01. I'm adding interest to that shit. Okay, so you still owe me $13.01, Azria, and I want my fucking money. And you said you never trust a hooker. Yes, I don't trust ya. You're right. I never trusted ya to give me my money. You gave me $6.99, and I still want my $13.01 plus the interest. Okay. So this one, she says, is really her. She won the 100K. Do I believe her? No, unless I see some proof from it, and I will query further into this whether or not it has been closed, and if the amount was won, or maybe the case was dismissed. Who knows? But I'm gonna look into this. Funny enough, like I said at the start of this stream, Azria completely gave herself away to be a fucking piece of shit liar, because when you say that the other people aren't you, and obviously I know it is you, but then when you say shit like this, it really gives yourself away. So who's really the dumb fuck, me or you? So when you say it's so funny that at SFTI Monty will make a live stream calling me a vexatious litigator, he showed my 100K lawsuit that I won, but also thinks I won't sue him. Like I said, I know you're gonna you sue a lot of people, Azria, not just that one person. Does that make any sense? Y'all dumb as fuck. I have a lawsuit on the go right now, and I have no problem adding him and at not Franchi to my soon roster. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I know you have a lot of the lawsuit going. It's the $750K one that you're trying. But the funny thing about this shit is, do I give a fuck if you have a lawsuit going? Like, I can do the same shit to you. Do I care? You think you can say slanderous shit and libel against me, and you're the only one that can fucking sue? Because I can. I can sue. I can do a lot of shit. I can even contact these companies that you're suing and show them what kind of piece of shit you are. Because you're giving your fucking stupid ass self away here. Talking about you have a lawsuit on the go, but for some strange fucking reason last week, you only had one lawsuit that you won, you fucking idiot. This hooker will sue. I know you are. You're a piece of shit. And you will sue. Yes, you're right. You're both so talentless, you can't even drag me on shit I actually do. You have to lie and defame to hide your shit. Is pathetic. So the person who says they only had one lawsuit that they allegedly won, but the same name that's hyphenated first name, which is extremely specific, isn't her, but yet now, what, like an hour ago, minus 3 minutes, is saying that they have a lawsuit on the go right now. Okay, talk about stupid. Who's stupid now? You stupid, Azria, idiot. Both if you're in Canada, this is a gift from my goddess. Okay, yeah, we'll see about that. Like, I don't have your fucking videos. Anyways, we're gonna share that off to those fucking companies like Kayla Page. And what? Who else was she suing again? Let me look this shit up. Because we're gonna be doing shit behind the scenes. You fuck around, you're gonna find out. That's all I'm saying. So we got Real Star Property Management. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, let's get in contact with that. All right. All right, let's get to something else, okay? Let's get to something else. Because we're gonna finish this up. Because I am gonna show the PLX stuff my next stream and tie everything together. All right, so what did this Hekate loser talk about? Something, 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 and another. Something for, oh, yes. Yes, let's do this. All right, let's see if there's any substance to this shit. I actually haven't looked at it, but I wanted to share my thoughts on certain things. Maybe somebody can answer in the chat. Did your mama maybe state certain things about what Hekate's daughter is doing and that she's bullshitting? That she tries to fill in the blanks with a lot of bullshit that actually isn't true, because it seems that's exactly what she is doing, but I haven't watched any of this shit. Primarily because I got a fucking job and I got other shit to do than stay online with this bullshit. But I'm gonna give you guys the tea, and I'm gonna continue to give you guys the tea over the next coming weeks, okay? So somebody messaged me saying that the inaccuracies with the Hecate's daughter review of Buddha Bitch, our Gallon, and Hecate was filling in the blanks to say I was trying to use Tiny Dancer to traffic what? To traffic girls? Or that you were trying to use BBW to groom. What the? I'm using BBW Veronica to groom Buddha. So am I doing this on my lunch break between eating my peanut butter sandwich? Is that what I'm doing? I have like this international underground black market, maybe even gray market connection to traffic people. Like, people are so fucking stupid. Like, use your fucking brain. Maybe that one brain cell can split into two and people can use their fucking brains. That this is just a bunch of fucking bullshit. Booty bitch is a piece of shit that lied and says that I sent her a dick pic, knowing goddamn well I don't have a fucking Calgary number. She knows she was doing pay for play fuck shit, and she decided to try and get more people in her chat by saying a lie that didn't pan out for her. And then on top of that, her video with her in the red room dropping herself all over the fucking place, and then saying that she doesn't know anybody that has a brown dick. Okay, listen, the skin color on his dick is a little bit darker than what the guy actually is. Okay, if that's the closest you could get, Buddha, to try and say that I will send you dick pics, well, that's kind of fucked up. To be honest with you, a lot of fucked up shit was going on. All right. So if you want to defend somebody like that doing illegal shit, but yet crying out that some cop is doing stuff against her, but yet want to immediately delete her Twitter after putting out somebody's dick pic and claiming it was mine, that is super messed up. And I say to people, if you're offended by her more than 2 years ago, 2 years and almost 2 months ago, so that's nearly 26 months ago she did that shit. If you were offended, well, go to your local authorities and report that shit, because a dick shouldn't be popping up in your face, especially in Twitter when you don't expect it. Because if you're not on the naughty side of Twitter, the XXX side of Twitter, then you don't expect a dick to be popping up on your feed. And that's exactly what Booty Bitch did. And if you're offended, or if anybody saw your screen that shouldn't have seen your screen, especially if they're under 18, well, you should report that shit because booty bitch should be punished to the most extreme sense of the law for doing that shit because that was wrong. Okay? Don't be putting out dick pics like that. Don't be showing it up. And then she had the gall. Let me get this post because the because her world screenshotted this shit. And thank God for her world. Screenshotted this shit of what the fuck Buddha was doing. Alright, so let me put this up. The gall of some people to not only do this shit, but then claim that any unsolicited dick pics will be shown. Okay. Alright, wait a second. Give me a second here. I should have had this covered, but I didn't. Alright. I'm almost there. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Got it. Got it. It's right here. So then Booty Bitch made this claim. At the Booty Bitch 1 was her handle. Public announcement. Any and all unsolicited dick pics or trolling of that nature will be screenshot and dropped publicly on Twitter with no fucks given. There, you've been warned. Hashtag no regrets. Well, it seems she had some regrets because she yeeted her piece of shit ass off of Twitter as soon as there was a lot of backlash about this shit, didn't she? I'm a boomer. Yeah, that was kind of a very boomer thing for me to do. But hey, man, I got a lot of work I gotta do on my house, man. I gotta clean my floors. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure my daughters and my sons are is not revenge porn. Exactly, it is revenge porn, and that's exactly what she did. She revenge porned not only myself by stating that the dick pic was me, but she revenge prawned the guy whose actual dick it was that had no idea she was doing all this fuck shit online. So yes, you're right. And revenge porn, extremely illegal. There's very strong laws against it in Canada. And Buddha bitch needs to get exactly what she deserves for that fuck shit. Okay? Alright. Other than that, yeah, it was fucked. It completely was. And then for this piece of shit, Hekate, Azria, the Amazon, to decide to defend that shit is extremely fucked up. And let's see what she has to say about this whole Yo Mama situation. And should I even get into this shit? It's kind of like I don't even want to because I really want to set up this whole PLX thing because I learned a lot about this whole PLX situation. And I just wanted to give people an idea of the types of scams that these agencies, these pimps, these like prosties will do in terms of trying to get money. It's not only the interaction part, like they'll roll you. If you don't know what rolling means, like if they spend a night with you, they'll like wake up a lot earlier and like steal your shit, like your watch, your wallet, any valuables you might have. Maybe you have a nice bag, maybe you have a nice wallet, maybe you have some shit in your backpack or your briefcase. They'll take that shit out and they'll be gone. Like there's a lot of shit. They'll freaking take your car keys, go down into your car, search your car, pick whatever, and then they're gone super early. Like there's a lot of shit that happens. So not only is the rolling, but like the stealing from you, the extorting, a lot of fuck shit happens in the industry, and this is why it's extremely dark. And this is why a lot of people that might have good intentions, because there's some people out there says like, sex work is real work. Okay, I get it, but you're getting to a very dark environment. And in Canada, you could say it's safer, but not exactly, because if it's legal on one side and illegal on another, it kind of pushes things still in the dark or in the shadows or underground. So it isn't really that safe. And this is why there's a lot of push from a lot of people to tell the government to fully legalize it. You can't legalize it on one side and not legalize it on the other, because then it's just stupid. But anyways, yeah. So we're gonna talk more about those scams and what Azria the Amazon has been up to, and hopefully she can just be honest with people and say, hey, yeah, all those actions in court actually was me, because at this point she's just been a fucking idiot. And it's really leaving a bad taste in my mouth, especially when you literally gave yourself away saying that you have a lawsuit on the go. And I'm like, I know you do. I can see it. I can search, the Ontario database for with your name and show exactly what kind of fucking lawsuit you have. So yes, I know you have a lawsuit going on. Anyways, people, I think I might end it here. I'm gonna have to do once again the Azria, the more scamming, and the PLX stream another time. Uh, Defending it, of course, she also said that Messica never RP'd anyone. Yeah, Azria hang it up. Is she a fucking idiot? Jessica Messica is one of the most prolific revenge proners that is or was in girl world. Like, how fucked up or stupid is this? Like, if you don't know your shit, then she needs to shut the fuck up. Because if you've been around for a while, especially when Jessica Messica and the Natter situation was happening, then you know that that is a lie. Exactly. Jessica Messica has practically RP'd so many people, but when Nads supposedly was going to do it to her, she was going to call the cops, because, it's only her that can do it to other people like S-Jam, like Val, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, thank you, Alex Glitter. Appreciate it. Anyways, people, join me for a part 2 on this whole situation. Hopefully, this was some background on what we're going to talk about and how scams and extortions can be done from just a piece of shit who just doesn't want to work. aka Azria the Amazon, aka Hekate. Get off your fucking ass with that tuna cat of yours. Get a fucking real job, Azria, and stop fucking rolling people, scamming dudes, trying to extort dudes, and then trying to extort not only people with your fucking stupid ass bogus slip, trips, and falls, and trying to extort corporate entities, or should I say incorporated entities, with your bogus trip, slip, and falls. Get a fucking job and shut the fuck up and start making shit up. Okay? Stop making shit up, because what the fuck was this about you and being with a fucking minor? Because that's really fucked up. And what's the crazy thing? Oh, I didn't mention, a lot of negative comments won't be put out there, because I'm actually kind of surprised about this. With sites like Serb, Turb, Merb, and Perb, Leolist, they don't like the negativity. So I'm actually surprised that this was still left there. I actually got to check to see if it's still up, which probably in the next few days it probably isn't going to be up, because these sites really like to protect their interests and will not leave shit like this up for very long, especially if Azria is going to complain about the shit. So at any point in time, this review, top one, is going to fucking go down. Um, but yeah. And from my searches with the whole Azria situation, not exactly not a lot on her. There's a lot of guys who would inquire, and there wasn't anything, and that kind of tells me quite a lot, because if there isn't a like reviews on you like that, that means that generally it's negative shit that's being said about you, like you're rolling johns, or you're scamming people, or you're stealing from them. So then they'll kind of alert their community. These purveyors of prostitutes will do that. Yes, like they do have a whole community of themselves where they'll go around and warn each other off certain people. Like, fuck, guys will even have a list. It goes really, really, really deep. So one thing I've seen and I know is that if there isn't much reviews of ya, that can typically mean one thing, is that you're fucked up and you're doing a lot of shit to these johns. and you're not allowing these negative reviews to either be posted or stay up. But still, word gets around. I can prove this point with another local person. We got Sagittarius Shoddy that seems more well rooted than other people, even though she's been through a lot. Because if I tell you the types of shit I've seen, especially with this PLX thing, then you're okay. We're gonna delete that comment. I don't know who the fuck that is. Right? Yeah, stop gaslighting. We ain't seen no picture. Okay, stop it. Anyways, people, I'll be back for part 2, and we're gonna get deeper into this, and I'll do some explanations and whatnot. But hey, I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your Sunday, because I will, and I'll see you later.